How many of you drink a cup of coffee or soda each day? It is so important to be informed about what the negative effects of drinking caffeine is. Caffeine can be seriously detrimental to your health. I have found so much research about this topic on why you should think twice before consuming large amounts of this addicting substance. I have found myself to be addicted to coffee and soda, and there are many negative effects to this. I'm going to tell you why coffee is addicting, why it is bad for you, and some statistics about caffeine in America. First, I'm going to inform you about the basics about caffeine and why it is so addicting. Caffeine has been known to be addicting for years, and many people wonder, including myself, why is caffeine so addicting? First, let's talk about how much caffeine is in these drinks. On a Mountain Dew can, it says it has 91 milligrams of caffeine. 400 milligrams of caffeine per day could cause you to get addicted, sometimes less. Know anyone that has 4 or more caffeine drinks a day? They are most likely addicted to it. Not only are sodas high in caffeine, but also coffee is very high in caffeine as well. There are 95 milligrams in 1 cup of caffeine in 1 cup of coffee. Drinking caffeine on a daily basis or multiple times a day could cause you to potentially result in addiction. But why is it so addicting? According to Business Insider Online, the caffeine taps into the brain dopamine storage, mimicking the euphoric effects commonly associated with harder drugs like cocaine and ecstasy. Also, according to Smithsonian Online, soon after consuming caffeine, it is absorbed through the small intestines and dissolved into the bloodstream. So when this happens every day, the body gets dependent on that and relies on it. This is why after consuming caffeine every day for a long period of time, trying to slow down on caffeine or stop consuming it altogether can cause many negative things to happen, like headaches, irritability, sleepiness, and lethargy. Next, I will be explaining why caffeine is bad for the body. Consuming caffeine once in a blue moon is not going to cause major negative effects on the body. But when consuming high doses of it will result in health issues. According to Brandon Gill Online, it can cause insomnia, nervousness, and dehydration. It also says that when consuming too much caffeine, it is possible to overdose and have a fatal accident. When you consume caffeine at night, it can cause you to not be able to sleep well. Caffeine Informer Online says, caffeine in a person's system at night can mimic the signs of insomnia. Ever had an upset stomach after drinking caffeine? There is a reason for that. Caffeine Informer also says that people who consume caffeinated drinks report of having an upset stomach or indigestion. If you already have medical issues like anxiety, caffeine could possibly make this worse. Healthline Online says that if you have an anxiety disorder, sleep disorder, caffeine could possibly make this worse. Now that you know why it is so addicting and why it is bad for you, let me tell you how many people are addicted to this in America. There are so many statistics out there on how people are addicted to it and what the negative effects they experience. According to BrandonGale.com, 54% of Americans over the age of 18 consume caffeine on a daily basis. That is well over half of the Americans that are consuming this. Same article also states that 21 million Americans drink 6 or more cups of coffee in one day, and about 75% of those who regularly drink it are addicted to it. 75% is well over half the regular drinkers. This is a number that needs to significantly decrease to improve the health of America. Brandon Gale also says that 3 out of 5 people say that they need coffee, which is a caffeine to start their day. That means 3 out of 5 people are addicted to coffee. I don't know about you, but these statistics were very shocking to me and really showed me that as a whole we need to lower this number in healthcare of America. So in conclusion, caffeine does have a negative effect on the body, and it is addicting. Health is so important, and I think we need to be more aware of what we put in our bodies. Sometimes we put caffeine in our bodies, but too much can be very negative. let's as a whole try to consume less caffeine and lessen the negative effects it has on our bodies.